What do you do when you see the weak and powerless being violated by a bully? What would you do if somebody came into your house trying to harm your people? Would you just lay down and let them do it? Would you pray that God would deliver them? How you handle that tells me a lot about you as a Christian man. You know, guys, I'm filming this from beautiful South Africa, where I'm celebrating 32 years of marriage with my beautiful wife, Shanna, enjoying a lifelong dream of going on an African safari. And if you're listening to this audibly, I want to encourage you to go check us out on YouTube and just look at the beautiful setting in which we're filming this thing. In my book, Dialed In, Reaching Your Full Capacity as a Man of God, I have a chapter called The Protector. Never start a fight, finish it. And in my opinion, it may be the most controversial chapter in the book, where I really take a passage of scripture that I believe has been abused and misinterpreted by theologians, and I unpack what that really means. But in Titus chapter 1, verse 7, we read this: the dialed in man is not pugnacious. Now, pugnacious is a word that we hardly ever use anymore. But basically, it means, in the original Greek language, it means a brawler, a striker. It really means a bully. So the opposite of that, the opposite of a bully, is what we would call the protector. The protector never starts a fight. He's a finisher. My dad, when I was a young kid, told me, he said, son, he said, I don't ever want you to start a fight. But if anybody ever hurts your brother or sister, I want you to finish it. And the two fights I got in as a child, it was me finishing a fight where a bully picked on my brother and sister. And so when we talk about this word, the protector, my question to you is, how do you handle a situation when you see somebody being violated? What is the Christian response? And a bigger question is, what is the Christian response when somebody comes to violate you? And in my book, I talk about that. And I take Jesus' passage where he talks about turning the other cheek. And you know, in that passage in Matthew, 11 times he uses the pronoun you or your. In other words, when somebody is attacking you or yourself, to turn the other cheek. But what does that really mean in the context of somebody trying to destroy the stewardship of my life that God has given me? What does that really mean in the context of being persecuted for my faith? What does that really mean when I see the weak and the powerless being violated by the bully? Find out more about what that means exactly in my book, Dialed In, Reaching Your Full Capacity as a Man of God. Until next time, feel the wet sand on the arena floor. Hear the deafening roar of the crowd. Taste the sweetness of victory. Smell the stench of battle. Get in the game. Get dirty. Grind it out. Be a protector and be a man.
You know, we often forget, guys, that God has called us to steward the bodies he gave us. That's why we're so excited to partner with Mountain Tough Fitness Lab. Join me on my journey by going to mountaintough.com and getting your free 6-week trial when you type in the code ARENA30. Stay dangerous.